Tell me something good. You know what it is. Your favorite cousin checking in, Young Jock. Miss Shanika, shout out Young Jock, and the Streetz Morning Takeover.
Yeah.
Hey, look here, good people, man. Hey, so, sometimes we get those emails of like, hey, man, we got some special guests coming to, drop off their new single or drop off their new album or drop off their new hit movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Type of intro this morning, man, ladies and gentlemen. We got a legend in the building. I ain't talking about I've been around for a few years, ladies. I'm talking about I've been around for some decades and everything. Man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the building this morning, we got to start clapping.
Yes.
Hey. The one and only Mr. Mario Van Peebles. Yeah, sir. And his gallon cowboy hat.
That's right.
What's up, my brother?
My gallon head from my gallon hat.
Yes.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. It's good to be back on, man, and be in Atlanta. I'm looking forward to being here this week. We're having a screening of Outlaw Posse tonight.
Okay.
So folks can come see it. But, we made a wild Western, man.
Wait. So Outlaw Posse is a movie?
Yes. Outlaw Posse is a feature film.
Mm-hmm.
Comes out March 1st. And it's big. It's starring Cedric the Entertainer, DC Young Fly, Brother Alan Payne from New Jack City. I had to call up Alan.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
I love that.
OGs.
And Amber is from Atlanta. She's in it. And Whoopi's in it.
Yes.
I see.
She plays Stagecoach Mary.
Yeah.
And, I didn't really cast her. She cast herself.
She did.
Wow.
I'm playing this role.
Oh, wow.
Which
So
was
you
so dope.
showed her or you told
What
her about
happened?
the
No,
project?
I was doing.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Okay. What happened? How'd it happen? So I was filming. I was directing something. I was directing Wu-Tang Clan
Okay.
in New Jersey, and this neighbor came over because I guess we were making too much noise. What's all this racket? And it was Whoopi.
Wow.
And so then she saw me, and we started talking, and we started saying, a lot of folks don't know that almost 1 out of 3 cowboys was black, because that's just not what we saw in the movie.
Right.
And we believe what we see, right?
Exactly.
They show you that. We go, oh, okay. Like heavyweight champs, we know they look like Ali and Tyson and, Jack Johnson, but Hollywood make them look like Rocky.
Right.
We know that martial arts was invented by the Asians, but Karate Kid, Hollywood don't make him Asian.
Right.
You feel me?
Wow.
And the same thing with cowboys. Like, they call black men boys as a derogatory term. The white dudes like being called rough riders. So they call black men boys, and they would give us the rough jobs, the dirty job. Take care of them chickens, boy. Take care of the horses, boy. Take care of the cow, boy.
Wow.
And that became the basis for cowboy. Now, when they started glorifying cowboys, then they brought white actors in. They didn't bring us in to play the roles.
Right.
Wow.
So a lot of us don't know 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4 cowboys was black. So I was like, let's take that history back. Get your hat on.
Right.
Go,
Yes.
Beyonce. Claim that shit.
But
Do your thing.
but
You know what I mean? So, and I've been doing. I did my first Western 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So this is not a joke. I'm not new to this. I'm true to it. I've been doing it for a minute.
How did this fall in line with Beyonce's announcement about her country music album and your movie? It's like divine timing.
Right. And then I think Pharrell's doing a whole Western line.
Isn't that beautiful?
Wow.
So you think about the confluence of events coming there. That's pretty dope.
We are reclaiming our time.
We're reclaiming our time.
Our
and Dr.
history.
King said, if we either learn to live together as brothers and sisters or we perish together as fools, part of learning to live together is understanding we were all important and significant. Our Chinese brothers and sisters really built the railroad, truth be told. Mm-hmm. We built all of America, truth be told. Native Americans, they were here first. How you going to discover land that they already on?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's like me discovering your car and putting my flag on your car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
So we were all in the West. In fact, before women could vote, there was a badass sister named Stagecoach Mary who took the stagecoach up through Montana, had a big old gun and a big cigar, and she ran her own stagecoach line, 1908, and that's the role Whoopi Goldberg plays. But at the end of Outlaw Posse, you see the real picture of Stagecoach Mary and Whoopi, and we got so close, man. It looks so, it's
Really?
like you can't even tell the difference.
Wow.
So you'll think, you watch Outlaw Posse and you think, is this fantasy? And at the end, you see all the real people.
Wow.
Like, wow, we were really there. And you can't help but have a little pride with that. Do you know what I mean?
Now, you mentioned that was a Western that you did some time ago. What was that?
Posse.
That's what I
Posse,
yeah.
Oh.
See, it's almost like seeing Outlaw Mary, the real picture of her and Whoopi.
Yeah.
So when I saw your shirt, I said, wait a minute, I remember a movie Posse. Was that the movie you was in? I didn't want to ask you.
Yeah.
It seemed like I wouldn't know. Okay.
Yeah, Posse I did, and check this out. Posse I did when my dad was alive. I didn't have kids then, unlike him, right?
Shots fired.
No.
Shots fired.
No. But anyway, so I didn't have kids, right? But I had my dad. But so a posse I did with I wanted like the 70s in there. So I had the posse from the 70s. So I had Isaac Hayes, Pam Grier, Melvin Van Peebles, Lawrence Cook, right? All of them. Then the posse from the 90s, I had Big Daddy Kane, Tone Loc, Blair Underwood, Sally Richardson, me, you know what I mean, Stephen, and then I said, I want some beautiful white people, so I got the prettiest white man in the world, Billy Zane.
Yes.
And then there's always a Baldwin for your budget. So I couldn't get Alex, so I could afford Steve, right? So I got Steve Baldwin. He's mad funny. But and then of course Tiny Lister, you know, so everyone's in posse, and then that's what I said, okay, I'm gonna do Outlaw Posse 30 years later. This time my dad's not around with my son's with me. Okay. So I'll be the connective tissue, right? Between dad and son. And I realized the other day, my daddy gave me my first lines ever in a feature film. And I gave him his last lines ever in a feature film.
Oh, wow.
And that's like the circle of that, you know what I mean? And people were saying, America's so divided right now. I say, okay, cool, let me make another Western. Because if you build it, they will come. If you make this Western with love for everybody, just because I got some beautiful black people playing real characters, doesn't mean I'm dissing white people. I don't have to make my movies at the expense of somebody else.
Right.
I still got love for everybody. You know what I mean? Especially our Native American brothers and sisters who were here first, truth be told. So when I made Outlaw Posse, I had roles for everyone. Edward James almost came in it. You know, you'll see everyone in it. Yeah. So
it's funny because you start going over the list from the different, the different decades where you done the first inserts of this. I guess I could say franchise.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this Outlaw Posse is not really a sequel to Posse. It's another Western, but it's in the same vein.
It's just because the word Posse. So that's what I mean. But I did see, and it really tripped me out when we were watching the trailer, man, Sean, we saw DC Young Fly.
Yeah.
Right.
How did you cast? How did that come about?
Man, I had worked with him on a flick, and I just liked the brother's energy. He's got a great work ethic. He's funny as heck. And I called him up. I said, I've got this character I'm writing, because I was writing the script. I got this character I'm writing, and I think you could play the heck out of it. Kind of like, check it out. When I did my first feature was New Jack City. Yeah. Right?
Yes.
It's kind of like when I was like first thinking, who can really take this crack character, this poor dude that gets addicted to crack, and put a face on the victim. And it was like, let me get Chris Rock. Right. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that kind of energy when I met DC. I was like, this brother got something, man, and he delivers in the movie. In fact, there's a scene where we're robbing a bank. I can't blow it, but you will never know who's in it until after the bank robbery. You go, that was DC Young Fly.
Wow.
So
so he brought it.
He brought it, man. He came, and he know how to ride. He's a country boy, because he also had people
horses.
You got to ride, man.
Well, that's where we're from. Yeah, outside of town.
Yeah, I was like,
Atlanta.
okay, because my son can ride. My son Mandela, he's in it, and he can ride, and I ride. My mom had a horse, and plus, as you know, I did posses.
Right.
So, I figured right now do a Western and make it with love, and maybe the folks that watch CNN and MSNBC and the folks that watch Fox and all that stuff can come together, have a beer, bring the expectations down low, and laugh at shit that you would not be able to laugh at in mixed country company. Do you know what I mean? Because we make fun of everybody in this movie. All of us.
Yes, that's great.
And America to laugh. We got to laugh with each other.
Sure
make America laugh again.
And think again.
Yes.
And plus, we're coming up on a voting year.
Yes, we are.
And
So if you make a Western where people think, maybe they'll vote and think.
Yes.
And not be tricked by some sneakers.
But we as black people definitely need to know that there's more to our history than what is presented to us. And I love the fact that you are able to create opportunities for black actors and actresses. Like, it's commendable, because that is hard out here as you get older in this business. And as you said, you call Alan Payne. Right. I love the fact that you are incorporating, from this new generation to the people that we know and love, and love to see them in movies, and they kind of just like disappear.
Right. Yes. And Alan's so good in it. And we just had mad fun, because it's like family. And then the other thing is, because I'm a director-actor, I give my actors the foot rub I want to get. I'm giving you the care that I want to get.
Right.
My best acting is not acting; it's reacting. Right? Like I didn't know what question you were going to ask me just now, so it's almost like you're directing this interview.
Right.
So it's kind of like that. And when you got love for the people, they feel it. They go, "Oh yeah," and you give every actor their shine. They know it. So that's part of the fun of it. You know, it's like there's a line in the thing that I wrote where someone says, sometimes the family you make is just as fun as the family you're born with.
We still in the studio, man. Mr. Mario Van Peebles, the new movie Outlaw Posse, which
comes out March 1st, but we're having a premiere tonight in Atlanta. Yeah, at the Gathering Spot.
At the Gathering Spot.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this because you spoke on something earlier, Miss Shanika. You was like, you know, it's amazing. You look up and Pharrell Williams, he's got this whole line, this cowboy. Well, I guess we could say cowboy western line via Louis Vuitton. Then Beyonce just went #1 with this whole new these country western songs.
And now it's highlighting so many black country artists that we've never even heard of before.
Right.
So
it was a form of musical redlining, basically leaving us out. But the truth is that we helped create country music. And we would, like I said, 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4 Cowboys was black. When I did Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood, he turned me on to that. That's why when he did Unforgiven, he put Morgan Freeman in it, right? And in Outlaw Posse, in our movie, you'll see real cowboys. And so it's kind of like reclaiming our place.
Yeah, I mean, because I read,
it's not like making it up.
I read that the banjo, because once before it was called country, it was sawgrass.
Totally.
The banjo comes from Africa, you know, and that was made with gourds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so now they took the gourd, the banjo, and now it's country, and it doesn't look the way it started.
Right. Well, check it out. My grandfather, my dad's dad, when he was in Chicago, my dad's dad escaped from the South. He stopped a lynching, went up to Chicago and became a landowner. He started working with these Italian guys, and they were making cheeses, right? And when my grandfather said the cheese kept going missing, he went in one time during the weekend, the cheese has melted, and the Italian guys were all stealing the cheese.
Wow.
And my grandfather chased the truck down the street and said, "That's nacho cheese. That's nacho cheese." And that's how they invented nacho cheese.
Shut up. Get the hell out of here. Man, you almost had me, but I don't know how you play. I'm like, man, come on with the boy.
So he looking at me like, where the hell is this going?
No, because the funny thing about it, everybody in the room will tell you, I will draw you into a story just to do that.
He does it.
I will drop you off the
every day.
So y'all filmed in Montana?
Say what?
Y'all filmed in Montana?
We filmed in Montana and we filmed in L.A. So I had to do both because I needed a lot of black folks, and you could throw a stick in that Montana and not hit no one.
That's what I was going to ask you.
So, but they got a lot of Native Americans, a lot of white folks. So I had that, but then I needed to get to L.A. to flesh it out. So that's why it looks so big. And you got Monument Valley in there. It's a big Western. You know?
Well, let's speak on that real quick. Yeah. It is. I'm looking at the trailer, and everybody who's watching the trailer, you can see the look on. I'm just going to be transparent. Everybody looking like, oh, this ain't no play. This is not expecting nothing to be play coming from Mario Van Peebles, but looking at the trailer, I'm like, oh, no, this is a real budget. This looks like a big studio budget.
Right. But check it out. Because I did it independently, I won't have the big billboards. Do you know what I mean? So people got to ask for it. They got to go to their theater and say, are y'all playing Outlaw Posse? And you got to look at your ticket and make sure the ticket you bought is sold that says Outlaw Posse, because they'll steer you to a different movie.
Wow.
You mean? So that happens a lot. But because of that, I got to make the movie I wanted to make. I didn't have to water it down. There's stuff, for example, when my character meets Whoopi's character, and my son is on the top of the stagecoach with me, Whoopi Goldberg's character, Stagecoach Mary, says to my son, she says, "How you doing, boy? You lucky, you know that?" He says, "Why?" She says, "You're the first generation of black boys that can legally have a black father in America." Boy, it's 1908. Up until 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation, you were not allowed to be a black father.
Wow.
The slave owner made all the decisions for the product. That was the baby.
Oh, wow.
They let the mom nurse the product, but they got rid of the dad.
Yeah.
You couldn't be. It was illegal to consider yourself a father.
They'll sell them off.
Totally. So until 1863, 1865, if you're in Texas, because they slowed it down a little bit over there, you couldn't even be a black father, right? And so that's like news. Most of us don't even realize we haven't had that long to get our father game on.
I've tried to explain that to them. They think that it's the fact that I guess the welfare system came in.
That's part of
what it is.
But even before that, even before that.
So that's always my fact.
And that's
because
why
you take the stud, the father, away from the winch, and you sell the winch to have more pickaninnies. That's what they call the babies. Right. So it's been
exactly. But then y'all are like, well, the black woman decided that she didn't need the black man anymore because she was getting
after so much conditioning.
That's years and years and years of that. Yeah. But keep in mind, like, slavery was legal, right? Not letting women vote was legal. Jim Crow was legal. When the laws are unjust, the just got to be outlaws.
That is.
That's what a cowboy.
Yeah. Because Whoopi turns to me and she says, "What about you? Do you remember your pop?" And I say, "Yeah, they hung him for teaching me how to read." And then they told me to call some old white priest father. And then they told me to call the slave master. And then they told me by law I had to take the master's last name. And I said, with all them bullshit laws, I know I'm going to grow up to be an outlaw real quick.
Yeah.
And so that's how you start to understand what's going on. And then you realize during the course of the movie that the gold we're going after is reparations gold.
Hey.
That what happened was when Lincoln was going to give everyone who had been enslaved 40 acres and a mule. You know that, right? 40 acres and a mule.
I did not know that.
Yes. But when Lincoln got shot, when old man Lincoln died, the next president said, no. Let's give that money to the slave owners for losing their slaves and not the people that was working for free. And so that's when my character starts robbing banks to get his own reparations.
I know that's right.
So, Dad,
when you look at it, you're like, oh, and then when I rob the bank, I give some of the money out to folks who need it. Do you know what I mean? So as my son's riding along with me, he started to realize, wait a minute, Dad just ain't a straight outlaw. Right. This brother's on something else.
Yeah.
This movie is touching a lot of different topics, from reparations to fathers, black fathers being in their children's life. Yeah, to us reclaiming our time in the country music.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying is like, I couldn't have made that movie if I made it for Warner Brothers.
Right.
They wouldn't let me say all that.
Yes.
You see them, they say, oh, Mario, it's just a Western. Just some shoot up. I do all the shoot 'em up, all the entertainment. But there ain't nothing wrong with dropping a little knowledge. So you make edutainment. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's part of the fun. So when you see Outlaw Posse, you'll see a big movie. And all these people came in. And this is the other thing was so cool, even with DC, was they say Hollywood's about money. Not always. You could call Whoopi and DC. If you got the right project and you have history with them, they will come out because they're like, this movie says something.
Exactly.
We ain't had this for 30 years. I got to be a part. This is going to be a classic.
Yes.
So when you see Outlaw Posse, it's going to be, this is from the heart to y'all. No one's told me, you can't take that line out, Mario. Nope.
Well, that is to our listeners, man. You listening to a legend, OG Mario Van Peebles, the new movie Outlaw Posse, out March the 1st. Man, he's going to be in the gathering spot for
for the viewing tonight.
For the premiere tonight.
Okay.
That premiere.
Yeah, that is, man. Y'all know this, man. I just want to
call the theaters and request the
Outlaw
movie.
Posse. Yes. Outlaw Posse. Y'all support Mario Van Peebles.
And if you think it's a game, go to our page, Streetz Morning Takeover, man. You can see the trailer there. This is a dope film. Just by watching the trailer, you know it's good, man.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm proud of you, brother. Thank you for continuing
everything.
This legacy you got. You been had.
Brother.
It's love, man.
They tease him because he got 9 kids. I got 7.
And
I love them all. I love them all.
Have more than me.
And listen, some of my kids live right across the street from me. We got the house across the street.
Wow.
We don't play.
You really have more
Are you
than
done?
me.
Yeah.
Are you done?
I had 2 for 1.
Are you done making kids?
I'm going to shoot my dick at some point.
When you get out of it, your chalk in the street want to take over. Yeah.
You said you had to shoot it this time.